Yes, gamers, welcome back to Swpl Gaming. This showed up this weekend in the post. It is the RG35XX Plus. So it's everything that its predecessor was and more. But let's just quickly start off with the box. Much like the RG Nano box this is. I like the design. It looks a lot more premium compared to its predecessor, which had this regular black and white stuff. So you know what, Anbernic, yeah, keep going with this. It's got some additional features on there which we will get into. Anbernic sent this out to me, this review unit, so that's very cool. And they even sent this really cool case like they do, and it's all fitted, so it will just fit in there nice and snug, so that's great. So while I jump into this unboxing, let's go over some of these specs. So this device comes in three colors. We've got the transparent black, which I have here, we've got gray, and we got white. It has got a 3.5-inch IPS display. It's a H7 quad-core ARM Cortex A53, dual-core of LPDDR4, 1 gig, Bluetooth capabilities, so you will be able to connect your Bluetooth controllers, which is very cool. It also allows you to have Wi-Fi, so you can play with a friend if they've got a similar device or the same device. And this will also allow you to do things like retro achievements. 2 SD card slots that can take up to 512 GB. We've got HDMI out, also got a vibration motor in there, and the battery power is 3300 mAh. If you want to see the full specs, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can have a check for yourself. So here's the unit. We got it in the trans black, which is very cool. I like it. You can see the inside of it as well. You can see the back. But let's just have a little tour around the front. So you've obviously got your D-pad right here, which is, you know, regular. Got your A, B, your X, Y, shiny buttons. These feel good. They feel decent. Yeah, the materials that they used are alright as well. And I like the fact that this time around it's got the A, B, X, Y written on the buttons, as opposed to the last device, which is right here, and it's written on the actual frame of the device. There's not much differences there, in all fairness. The sizes seem quite similar. I'm not 100% sure if it's the same. They look similar. The display feels and looks a little bit wider as well. Maybe there's less of a bezel on there, or because it's a black bezel it just doesn't show up as much. You've got your start, you've got your select, and you've also got your menu key and your speaker. At the bottom you've got your charging port, your DC, you got your headphone jack. At the side here, you got your TF2 slot, your TF1, your reset button, and your power switch. On the top, HDMI out, also your LED symbols. On the side here, you've got your volume rocker. At the back, information on the device as you normally would find. And interestingly, you got your trigger buttons here, but they're a bit different from the originals. As you can see, they're somewhat raised from L2 to L1 and R2 to R1, whereas these ones are a bit flat, but they're a lot more raised here. So this should make it from, you know, to be more comfortable. And noticeably the back here, we can remove the battery. Great, because we can change it without undoing the whole device like on this one. We can just remove that there. So that's a tour around the device. So this unit came with a 128 gig worth of games on this SD card, which is very cool. I'm gonna pop this in and then we'll switch it on. So from what I've seen on this device, it is capable of playing PSP. So guess what the first system I'm gonna look at is gonna be. Are we on? There we go, powered on. Shouldn't take too long. It's a nice, comfortable feeling device. I mean, I've not used the 35XX in a bit because I've been using the 405V. So this feels considerably smaller, and it is considerably smaller than the 405V. So it's got its own stock firmware on there. You've got your game room. So in here, obviously you'd, oh wait, go on. So obviously in here you could check your SD card, and then you could pick your systems through here, and guess what, PSP is on there. But before we get into some gameplay, let's just continue to tour around it. We've got RetroArch, you've got your favorites, you've got your history, you've got your search facility, and you've got your settings. So this one isn't the dual OS one, so I guess that the guys that do the garlic and stuff, they're gonna have a field day just preparing that for us in the community and developing some custom firmware, so that'll be great. We got Bluetooth on this thing, and we also got network settings, which means we can access Wi-Fi. And as you know, we can probably use that to do retro achievements and stuff like this, if that's the kind of thing you're into. Let's get into some gameplay. So first up, I'm just gonna jump straight into PSP because I know all the rest of these systems are gonna it's just gonna fly through and it's not gonna be an issue. Actually, let's just see what's on there. So you've got PSP, PS1, Vertical Arcade, CPS 1, 2 and 3, Neo Geo, Final Burn, MAME, GBA, NES, SNES, Master System, Mega Drive, Game Boy Color, Game Boy, PC Engine, Neo Geo Pocket, Game Gear and WonderSwan, which, look, I never played that, so I'm just going to assume that nobody really cares about WonderSwan, but it's on there. PSP, let's see. So these are the games that are on here. I wouldn't imagine they're going to be particularly demanding. It's got Alpha 3, so let's jump into that to do some adjustments on here. Oh, actually, full screen. Alright, let's go to arcade mode. Do fireballs. Hopefully all the buttons are already set as well. Seems to be the English version of the game as well. Nice touch, guys. Jeez. And Akuma's the first person they give you. It's the pressure. It's the pressure. But the fireballs, yeah, they come out decent, yeah. Alright, let's go. Jesus. Do you know how hard Akuma is and the combos work? Yep, combos is decent. Fireballs work. Ah! Dragons are good. Of course.
Please select machine class.
So when I play this, I always go for the Arch Property. This is my car, man.
Get ready to race.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, the course is in.
Let's just go. Bit jumpy there.
2, 1, go! Wow, what a
Seems alright.
This is what I wanted.
Seems pretty good so far. Just started.
To go.
Couple of bit of jumpy bits there though. Ooh. It's running better than I expected it to be fair. Hey, the drift. Let's go. There's something really relaxing about playing Ridge Racer as well, especially on the PSP edition. I had the most fun with this one. Ooh, I haven't got any nitros yet, but yeah, look, it's looking good. So I wanted to test out the external controller on here. This is the only one I've got to hand right now, which is my Fightbox controller. That's what I've got. And as you can see, it's playing Game Boy Advance pretty well. Got to turn off my turbo buttons. So yeah, the RG35XX Plus, and plus it is indeed. It's great to see that they've added the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi functionality that gives us the ability to do just a little bit more with this device, and that is great. And you know, the big one here is that it's playing PSP as well. I would say stay away from your heavier demanding games such as Dante's Inferno or your God of Wars. It's not going to run that. I don't believe it will run that smoothly at all. It's probably going to do a lot better with your PSP mini titles. As long as it's not too demanding, this will run that pretty fine. I have also seen Dreamcast emulation on here as well, but what I'm going to do, as this is my first look on unboxing, I'm going to save those videos for a little bit later, and then I'll dive into that at a later date. I will take recommendations for what you guys would like to see and play. Just leave that in the comments below. If you want one of these devices, I will also leave the link in the comments below as well, so you can snag yourself one. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and thanks for watching the video. Take care, stay safe, and peace.